Hi everyone, in today's video we'll talk about several ways in which you can avoid weight gain during this holiday season. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Inaka Yembe. I'm a board certified family medicine physician working in Delhi, Louisiana. I am so passionate about helping people lose weight and achieve their health and wellness goals. Today we'll talk about several ways that you can implement during this holiday season in order to avoid weight gain. Number one is planning. Plan ahead of time. Before you go out to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, think about the foods that may be served and ahead of time decide which foods actually fall into your healthy lifestyle and which ones you want to completely avoid. For example, let's talk about the 3 pies that are typically presented in a Thanksgiving dinner: apple pie, pecan pie, and pumpkin pie. Of course, if you guessed that pecan pie was the most unhealthy, yes, you are correct. Pecan pie packs 500 calories per serving. Meanwhile, apple pie has about 400 calories per serving, and the pumpkin pie, of course, is the most healthy of the 3, and it packs 300 calories per serving. Another thing that you can do is to actually eat your healthy meal before you go out to dinner, so you don't arrive at Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or any other dinner with an empty stomach. Chances are, if you've eaten at home, you drank water before you ate, you come to dinner already half full, so you don't really have much space to pack in foods that may not be in your healthy lifestyle change. Lastly, watch your portions. Most of the time we have a 10-inch or 12-inch dinner plate. I would actually suggest that you come to the dinner table with a fruit plate or a dessert plate, which is about 6 inches or 8 inches, so that automatically reduces your portion size. Also, if you are invited out, which I do not recommend because we are in a pandemic, but however, if you're going to go out to eat somewhere, why not bring a healthy dish with you? You'll be surprised. So many people may go for your healthy dish as opposed to other foods that may not be as healthy. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the types of foods that we typically find at any dinner table. Number one, vegetables. I recommend that you go for fresh or steamed vegetables and avoid those casseroles. Avoid the vegetables that may be loaded with fats such as lard, those that have ham hocks or smoked high-fat meats. Avoid those. Number two, let's talk about our proteins. Meat, fish, chicken, shrimp. You want to avoid those that are breaded and fried and go for the ones that were grilled. Also, when it comes to your meats and your vegetables, if you know that your family, and you can even ask anyone who's actually serving dinner for you, ask them if they added sugar to meats or vegetables. I am in the South and I have seen some families that sprinkle sugar on their vegetables. You want to avoid that. Sugar triggers insulin, and insulin is a hormone that promotes fat storage, so avoid sugary dishes. Next, let's look at our starches and the grains. So you want to avoid those that are loaded with heavy sauces. So things like the mac and cheese, avoid those. Some of my patients tell me, well, I eat just margarine because it's healthy. Now it's also a fat, so you want to avoid adding things like butter or margarine to your rice. Now, if you're absolutely going to want to have some rice, I recommend that you have 1 or 2 tablespoons and that's it. Portion control is very, very important. Now let's look at desserts. Of course, fresh fruit is the healthiest way to go, really. Go with the fresh fruits. If you don't have fresh fruits available at that dinner table, for example, listen, it's just one meal. Avoid those that are packed full, the desserts that are packed full of refined sugars like cookies, cakes, it's not worth it. It's just one meal. Avoid those. You can eat something else. Lastly, let's look at our drinks. Of course, water, unsweetened coffee, unsweetened tea, those are healthy. Yes, that's the way to go. But I personally will go for one of those, or I would go for a sugar-free beverage as opposed to punch or juice. Those are loaded in sugar actually. Now, if you are drinking alcohol, I recommend not more than one drink for women and no more than 2 drinks for males per day. Lastly, this is the season to be thankful. So if you go out to dinner again, which I do not recommend because we are in a pandemic, but if you go out to dinner, I want you to make your family and your friends the focus of that time that you have together as opposed to focusing on your food. Don't forget to have some physical activity during this season. So walking is very important. Just go out for a walk with family if you can. Again, I also recommend that you do not cut back on sleep. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. It has been quite a tricky year, but all of us have something to be thankful for. So I certainly wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.